So, I mean, tonight's pace, just you guys stay with it regardless of game situations, puck management, or what you kind of think about it?
Yeah, I thought we were really good early for about 10, 12 minutes. I thought they outplayed us for the next 30. Just not dramatically. Like we played hard. I thought that they just had a little more bite. They were, first of all, they were dominating us in the faceoff circle. I thought they were winning more puck battles. And when you get beat up in the faceoff circle and you lose, you're on the wrong side of 50-50 on the puck battles, and not egregiously, but on the wrong side. You just have to play a lot of defense and you spend a lot of time and energy chasing the game. So I thought we did that too much for the next 30. I thought we were better in the third, and obviously we found a way. I think the penalty kill was huge. The penalty kill in the third period, I think there's two in the third, if I remember correctly, and we didn't give up a lot of chances. We had good momentum on it, good clears, good face-offs, even though we were struggling in the face-off circle. And thought our guys really dug in. And I thought the penalty kill did a great job. And I thought Tokarski was outstanding.
You talked about a commitment to team defense. I mean, there were some individuals, I know you talked about Roseanne a lot. He seemed so engaged in the defensive zone and doing a great job of helping the blue line out.
Yes. But we need to keep being better defensively. We were better tonight, but still give up too many good chances. But they're a good offensive team. They're number one in the league in expected goals for a reason. And you know what? I said Tokarski played great. Both goalies played really good. I mean, he probably, Dobash probably made 4 or 5 breakaway saves at the other end, right? So the goaltending was really strong at both ends. I think that, the Neuchev, the Byro goal was started by a Neuchev back check. A really, really hard full ice back check to break up a big time scoring chance. Then he set up a really good play at the front of the net, and then the play continued, and we ended up scoring on it. And that was great to see. He'd started doing more of those things last week. I thought that came back into the game today, and obviously he was rewarded with the goal on top of it. I thought he had a real strong performance tonight.
Do you think, like that play, like was this his best game between like that stick lift on Armia to go the other way, and then obviously a pretty awesome goal?
Awesome goal. He's competing harder. He's practicing better. The last couple weeks, his practice level has increased. Just his habits. It's a big jump. He's coming over here from Russia. He doesn't speak great English. North American style of hockey. There's less space, more physical. It's a lot. And I think in the last couple weeks, we've seen a big jump in his daily habits. And no surprise, we've seen a jump in the last 3 games in his play in games.
Speaking of Russia, what are you thinking of Novikov? He seemed very physically engaged.
Well, and offensively engaged. I mean, he made some great plays tonight. I thought he was excellent. I think you could easily argue that he was our best defenseman tonight. He did a lot of really, really good things, both defensively and offensively, competitively. We know there's a lot there with him as a player. It's going to take time. He's raw right now, but he works and he's coachable and he competes, and we really like what that young man has inside of him.
How potent is Kulik from that? Not necessarily a veteran, but that's a pretty dangerous.
It's a dangerous weapon, and he's honed it. Just like Ovechkin. I mean, and I'm not comparing them, but I don't think shooters get enough credit for the amount of work they put in on their shot. I refer to Jack Quinn a lot. Jack Quinn only scored 2 goals that COVID year in 18 games or whatever it is. And then the next year he torched the league. Well, he put in hundreds of hours in the shooting room here and in the summer to hone that. Yuri Kulik puts in countless hours after practice, before practice, in the shooting room, back home in the Czech, honing that shot. It's not just something that is a gift that's given to him. It's a gift that he's acquired through a lot of hard work.
You talk about guys like Byro being drivers for this team. When you see him and Rusick come back from Buffalo, what is the impact that they can bring from the NHL, whether it's to the rest of the team or just for themselves?
I think a little bit is, well, number one, they come back with unreal attitudes, and sometimes you get players back and they can have a woe is me. There's none of that with the two of them. They're great teammates, really good young men. And I think they come back with a renewed purpose and drive of that I can play at that level. And I'm good enough to be there. And now I just got to keep working and fighting to get there every day instead of a few days. So I think they've come back very purposeful, I guess is the word I would use.
We've talked about it before, but Brandon Byro, I mean, being an undrafted rookie that comes to this team, plays all of his professional hockey career with the Amerks, and then gets that opportunity when he comes back and he's just has an A on his shirt. Just what does it mean to have a guy like that on the sideline of center?
Yeah, it's hard to even describe how important Brandon Byro is for us over the last number of years. And he gets overshadowed at times because of the high draft picks and the young prospects. But he is one of the hardest workers on our team, if not the hardest. He is one of the first guys here every single day. He puts in as much or more than anybody in terms of off-ice work. He's an amazing teammate. He is easily, arguably, our best defensive player on top of being our leading scorer most of the time. So I can't praise him enough for the kind of person, teammate, and competitor that he is.
What do you like on a wide spot?
Well, his speed, like his speed and his, like all guys when they come back from a month, timing's a little off. You can only simulate so much in rehab skates, and then a few practices simulate it better, but game is different. Your opponent's coming out to hit you hard, and you have less time and space, and it's physical. But Linus is a massive piece to our team, one of our best players. So just to have his presence back and that speed was great to have, and I know that he'll just keep getting better as the games go forward.
When you get down the stretch and you have those breakaway chances that are coming up, save after save on the other end, just how do you keep the momentum and the energy on the bench alive when it's those types of chances?
Yeah, I mean, I think that, Michael Mersch and Ethan Prow and those guys do a really good job of keeping the bench pretty even keeled. I mean, tonight was a game that had a lot of back and forth. But I think for the most part, I would prefer our bench to be relatively calm, passionate, engaged, but not a roller coaster. And Mercy and Prow are just great examples. So is Byro of that. They're steady. And it's nice for the young guys to look at our leaders and see a steadiness from them.
It was obviously really physical and scrappy tonight. Do you think as season series go on, especially against divisional opponents, it gets more personal for these guys in that aspect?
Yes. And the North Division is great. It's a great division. It's very challenging. And now that was our fourth game against them. We've only played 15. And so Friday will be our fifth. So almost a third of our schedule has been against them. Yes, we don't like each other. And that goes for when you play Utica for long stretches or Syracuse or whatever it is. So, but I do believe that has been a big thing that's helped the development of our team over the last couple of years, is having to, I think people think of us as young, prospect-laden team, a lot of Europeans. And it's forced us, the physical games of Laval and Belleville and Syracuse and Utica, and have forced us to come together, have team toughness. It's forced individuals to raise their individual competitiveness. And so I think it's made us, to meet that challenge, it's made us over the last 3 years a better team, and it's made our individuals better players.
I was saying before that opening face-off of overtime is the most contentious opening face-off of overtime I've ever seen.
It was contentious, and it was a great job by Richie to win that, because that, you never know, that possession could have been the game, and we put Richie out there for that purpose. That's, as much as you talk about the skill and the playmaking and all those other things, and this is what we struggled with in the middle 30 minutes of the game. What a lot of times what hockey comes down to is the puck laying between me and you and who's going to come up with it. Because if you come up with it, I'm playing defense. And if I come up with it, I'm playing offense. And my teammates are playing offense. And so my skill doesn't matter if I can't win that puck battle to put our team on offense and be able to show that skill. And that play that you're referring to is a great example of that. I thought we struggled with that in the middle 30 minutes of the game. And we need to keep getting better at that.